I'm going to be the affirmative, which means I'm going to say yes, ice cream is the best dessert, okay? Is everybody ready? I'm going to give a 2-minute speech, and I'm going to use this phone as my timer, okay? Great. Let's begin. Today I stand before you, a group of judges, to affirm the resolution that ice cream is the best dessert. We're going to use the standard definitions to talk about these things. Ice cream being iced cream, so cold cream desserts. And the best dessert being the superior sweet thing to eat after a meal. Great. So let's begin. Our first contention, or my first contention, is that ice cream provides a variety of flavors. You have vanilla and chocolate ice cream, sure, but there's also date ice cream, coffee ice cream, strawberry ice cream, mango ice cream. We go to different cultures and they modify their ice creams to represent those cultures. On our flight here from California, we stopped in Dubai and they serve a date coffee ice cream for free to anybody traveling through there. So in this way, ice cream diversity in flavors actually lets cultures represent themselves. And travelers going through a hub like Dubai then get a flavor, they get a taste of Dubai, and it starts to promote this international cooperation. You see these Swedish people who are never going to step foot in Dubai, never going to leave the airport. They're going from Sweden to Beijing through Dubai, right? And they're never going to need to know the taste of the world around them, if not for ice cream. This is promotion of international cooperation that is so dire right now. Direly needed, especially among the Gulf states. Next we have contention 2. Ice cream is healthy. First of all, it cools people down in the heat, and I know we can all use some ice cream right now. And secondly, ice cream is used in many protein shakes to give quick carbs and protein to people building. So, for the sake of bodybuilders and many others, ice cream actually helps build a good body. Third, ice cream is traditional. At a time like this, where there's technology all over the place, and things in the news that most elders don't even understand, the language used by politicians right now is inaccessible to all. Ice cream is understood to us and our grandparents. From kulfi to vanilla ice cream to baked Alaska, traditions are going to unify the generations that are so spread out and so misunderstood in the new technological age. So for these reasons, I urge you to affirm the resolution that ice cream is the best dessert. Thank you. Please don't applaud for that, guys. Okay, I use my phone as well all the time. Okay. So if everyone's ready? Okay, I'll begin right now. So in this speech, I'll basically go over my own case about why I think ice cream is not the best dessert, and then I'll go over all these points that he's brought up and show whether or not. So on my side, the engagement side, we're going to quickly redefine best to mean most rewarding. We don't care what superior is because we have no idea what superior means. He defined it in really vague terms that lets him skew this around, and that's not fair. Instead, let's look to ice cream as whether it's the best as the most rewarding dessert. And this means in a plethora of ways, and I'll explain that later in my case. The weighing mechanism, as I just explained, you're going to decide this round based on whether ice cream is rewarding or not. My first contention is about harms of ice cream. First, it's sugary. I can think of plenty of alternatives to desserts that are not sugary. And as we all know, it's common knowledge that sugary food is not good for you. You're going to end up having sugar high, and a sugar crash, and a stomach ache, etc., etc., etc. That's the biggest harm of ice cream. Second is that it's cold. I mean, it's not good to be putting cold stuff in your body. And though this may be argued by my opponent that on a hot day it would be good, this is not about specifically hot days in Lahore. This is about ubiquitously throughout all cultures and across in any country, in any society. Is ice cream really the best dessert? I'm not going to be eating ice cream in Antarctica, which is where I'm going to be. Anyways, the contention 2 is about the first alternative to ice cream. Celery sticks and frozen grapes. That sounds delicious, right? And also, it's cold. Frozen grapes would be really, really good right now because it's hot. Celery sticks are also really healthy and they're delicious. If you put peanut butter on them, like that's good stuff. Contention 3's alternative 2 is no dessert. We don't actually need dessert. The point is that it's a post-meal, like a post-meal sweet thing that we're trained that we need as a reward for sitting through dinner, but there's really no point in having dessert. So the best alternative to ice cream might even be no dessert at all. Now the affirmations case. His first contention is about a variety of flavors. You're talking about date ice cream? I hated that. I want something that I can predict, something I can expect. Even vanilla ice cream, no matter where you go. When we had vanilla ice cream in the San Diego airport, it was actually pretty terrible. I don't know why, but vanilla just tasted really sour. I guess it was because it was froyo, but that doesn't really count. When we came to Lahore, I got vanilla ice cream instead of date ice cream, and it was good. So
that's not the kind of unpredictability that we should expect from a dessert. And I'm over time now, so thank you for listening. I'll address the remainder of this contention with my next speech.
We could have gotten a longer time. So I think I have the first question, right? Yeah. Right. So I think first of all, why are celery sticks an alternative dessert?
Because it's something you can have after a meal, and it can be sweet given what you put on it. And as per your definition of dessert, I think that celery sticks with something sweet on it might be.
Let me be more clear. Have you ever had celery after a meal?
This isn't about what I have and have not done. This is not about personal experiences. This is about providing the best dessert for our society and what we need today. Thank you. Yeah, so if I could ask the question now, I'd like to go over your second contention about how ice cream is healthy.
Yeah.
Do you have any reason why we should actually believe that ice cream is good food? Did not bring up points about how it's sugary and how sugary foods inevitably lead to crashes and stomach aches.
So yeah, well, it's all about getting your macros. If you look at the Vega Protein tub, their recommended way of serving Vega Protein, it's a great bodybuilder protein powder that I use. Their recommended instructions actually involve 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream. So you need to get your macros. Yeah, sugar can be bad. Anything in excess is bad. I mean, lactose in excess is bad. I can concede to that. I'm not talking about excess. I'm talking about desserts right now. And as far as desserts go, ice cream reigns supreme. Oh, right. So in your time hating the date ice cream in the Divide Airport, did that make you hate the Arab people?
No, I'm actually not racist, believe it or not. I thought the Arab people are swell people. In fact, ice cream is not something that should tie us together. We should have the basic human decency to believe that Arab people are valuable people and that our grandparents are valuable people. We shouldn't need a sweet dessert that'll make us crash or that'll give us a stomach ache or that'll make us believe that these people need to be valuable.
Are there other ice cream flavors that you like?
There's plenty here.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So as far as variety of flavors goes, why is it valuable for us to have such a wide variety of flavors of ice cream when if we know that we like something, like I like peanut butter on celery sticks, shoot me. But why is there something valuable about not being able to predict what your dessert will taste like?
Starting this time. Okay. Yep. Okay. So then I think it's my turn to speak, right? 2 more minutes. And I think that's it, right? Yeah. Are we done? Okay. Cool. Right. Is everybody ready? We're flowing. I guess what? No? Okay, we'll talk about that later. Okay. So I accept the redefinition that the negation brought up. Most rewarding is fine. I guess rewarding is also relative, but that doesn't really matter. In response to my first contention about flavor diversity, he said he hated the date ice cream. And even the vanilla ice cream at some airports are terrible. I agree with him. I think there's plenty of flavors like that. He conceded in the cross-examination that there are flavors he likes. I think the point isn't that you like every flavor you encounter. The point is international cooperation and understanding. Getting to the impact of this contention, right? The impact here isn't that I tried date ice cream and liked it. I did not like the date ice cream. But I'll tell you one thing, I haven't experienced anything about Dubai. The only thing I know is their date ice cream. And frankly, that kind of understanding is really important right now. It's the cultural ties that are going to build the basis for other cooperation. Secondly, he hasn't really talked about the other points, but they carry through. You know, building a strong body is recommended through the Vega Protein tub. So, and finally, the traditions, the ice cream traditions. So you can carry my other 2 points through. Finally, I'm going to address his points. First, he talked about the harms of ice cream. He talked about sugar as if I'm implying all you should ever eat is ice cream, or that ice cream is the only dessert you should ever eat. I think it might be the most rewarding ice cream, most rewarding dessert, but that doesn't mean I advocate excess in any way. Sugar isn't something that you should have all the time. Sugar is a fine thing to have. If you eat an apple, you're ingesting sugar. So, you know, you can drop that point and that impact. Secondly, sure, cold ice cream isn't the best in Antarctica. Again, to be the most rewarding dessert, you don't have to be the most rewarding dessert in Antarctica. Look at that map. Do you even see Antarctica? Yeah. So let's talk about dessert as the way we understand it. The impacts that come to us. Cold things that refresh us. Finally, he talked about celery sticks. That's not an alternative. If you've ever eaten celery as a dessert, then you can drop my refutation here. But I'm confident that none of you have ever eaten celery as a dessert, and so you can drop that as an alternative. Finally, he brings up no desserts. That's, again, a fine point to bring up, but the resolution today is that what the best dessert is. Ice cream is the best dessert. Can it trump no dessert? I don't know. That's not really the resolution today. So of the desserts, frankly, I ask all of you to affirm the resolution for the sake of international cooperation and understanding between generations and your own health, that ice cream is the best dessert. Thank you.
Okay, I'll begin right now. I hope you didn't believe that loan's garbage. I don't know if you've been listening for the past few minutes, but he's been bringing up stuff that you guys aren't familiar with. Like, for instance, he brought up Vega, or whatever the obscure point of he was trying to make about how ice cream is healthy. It's obviously not healthy. That's intuitive, so we can accept that. This is going to be about whether it's worth it, whether it is rewarding enough to be worth the poor impact it will have on your health. So let's talk about the affirmations case. First, variety of flavors. Variety kind of is not really what we're going to be talking about in this round, because it's not going to provide any actual impactful, positive impact on my life, right? I didn't like the date ice cream. He said you won't like all of them, and that's part of the point. The only thing he knows about Dubai is the ice cream. Fine, whatever. Like, that shouldn't be shaping his opinion. If you happen to dislike the ice cream, does that mean you should dislike Dubai? No, ice cream should not be a factor in cultural ties. In fact, ice cream is not supreme because it has no influence on my personal understanding of Dubai. The second contention is about how it's healthy. We brought these obscure points that no one really understands, but I believe that having sugary things and believing that they are a superior dessert when there are healthier alternatives is going to be harmful to your health overall, so this contention does not stand at all. Now, in the negations case, the first is the harms, and I already brought up how sugary things are bad for you. And he brought up why Antarctica is not on the map. That is racism, okay? You can't disregard a culture of penguins just because they're not on the map. That's completely disregarding future generations who are going to be living in Antarctica, which will happen, I promise you. The second contention is about the first alternative being celery sticks and frozen berries. He says nobody eats celery. What a travesty, right? We don't appreciate celery, which is healthy and delicious and crunchy and cold and watery, and I'm getting thirsty just talking about it. So this alternative is going to be far superior when you actually look at the weighing mechanism that's around it in terms of rewarding. It's not going to be harmful for your health whatsoever, and plus it's actually delicious. The third contention is about no dessert. He said we should only be talking about the best dessert. I think the best dessert can be no dessert, and that just goes down to technicality, whether the judges decide at the end of the day that no dessert can count as the best dessert. So for all these reasons, you really got to throw his case into the garbage and go to the negation side. Thank you very much.
That's the debate.
Shouldn't we do a voting?
Yeah, you can vote. Take a second to look over your notes, though.
And actually, not vote on what your personal reasons.
That's true.
I know a lot of people.
That's true. Whether or not you think ice cream is the best dessert doesn't matter. The way the debater is not going to. Have you looked over your notes, Mohammed?
I hope my team is also taking notes on posture and eye contact. I would have won if you would. So.